When you were recruiting Bowen, what intangibles did you see in him, as he was one of the best high school players to ever play basketball in the state of Iowa?
Yeah, well, they won a lot of games at Norwalk, and they had good teams, terrific high school coach in Chris Larson, and great tradition down there, great culture down there. But he was a big part of it. It wasn't, those things are so important, but he added to all of those things and was right in the middle of the things that I mentioned. And so in addition to being a good player, he drove the culture. He drove it from a leadership standpoint, and that's one of the things I talked a lot about in the recruiting process, and I've known his high school coach for a long time. But one of the things that he kept telling us was, hey, you're getting a really good basketball player, but you're getting a tremendous leader, a tremendous worker, a guy that just wants to win. He loves the game. So those are the things that that we continued to learn about him as we got to know him through the recruiting process.
Bowen's just a freshman, and he's helping the Panthers here this year. Here's that story now on Bowen Born.
There were a lot of lineup changes for the UNI basketball team last year, but one consistent performer was true freshman Bowen Born. He started all 25 games, averaging 11 points, and earned the MVC Freshman of the Year award.
It was difficult, but it was definitely really good for us to have a lot of guys that didn't have a lot of playing experience to get to play. For me, that's one thing that I'm thankful for. I was able to play a lot of college basketball, and so this year it just makes you more confident for the things you have just because you have a whole year under your belt.
I always knew he had the ability to score the basketball phenomenally, but just his defense picked up throughout the year, his communication, and just he took that guy averaging 30 or whatever in high school to be able to get his assists up a little bit, really work on the flow of the game, flow of everything, and be able to create his own shot late in the shot clock when we needed it. So I always knew that he was going to be great for us, but he exceeded expectations last year for sure.
Good athletes are always looking for opportunities to grow and improve. Bowen Born does just that, as he looks to take his game to the next level.
He had probably a lot more that was put on his plate than what he may have expected coming in. I'm sure his own expectations for himself were very high, but just from what I saw is he always wanted to learn and always wanted to improve. And I think that's the biggest thing that you can do as a freshman, is just knowing that there's so much room for growth, and he took it positively in a good way. And just from where he was at a year ago practicing to what I saw throughout the season and him winning Freshman of the Year is just tremendous. And I think having him this year, that experience he got last year, and then us being able to play together this year is huge.
Bowen has made the transition from high school to D1 hoops look easy. He's spent a lot of time in the weight room, adding 20 pounds of muscle to his body.
It's hard as a freshman. You're throwing him right into the fire. He played 30-plus minutes just throwing it and coming right out of high school, and he did a great job handling that too. Obviously, I would say you guys will notice this year he got a lot bigger. He came in playing against some bigger defenders, so now he put some weight on, so he's going to be able to handle some more contact with that, finishing inside, and he's just he knows that he reads a lot better. He's been here. He's understood everything now, so I'm expecting a really good season out of him too.